What's up, everyone? Hey, was just sitting and thought, you know, I was thinking to myself about the world, people I know, people I don't know, people I just met, people I've known most of my life. Everything, really. The world. And how things are evolving, how things are changing, the change that's happening, the hardships people are going through, especially in nations that are going through the most horrific things, unimaginable, really. And you start to wonder about life itself, and then when you do, like, the word growth comes to mind, like growth, evolving, asking questions, being curious, why is this happening, what's happening, whether it's personal or internal or external or whatever it is. There's always that question within yourself, the what, how, and why. And I was just sitting here thinking about growth within itself, and I was wondering, have you ever thought about the power of growth? Like, really, like the power that lies within it. And I'm not talking about the kind that happens when life feels good, no. But the kind that's born after everything falls apart. Because if you really look around you right now, the whole world is going through something. Everyone's going through something. People are breaking. Systems are shifting. Comfort is being replaced by questions no one can ignore. We're watching a collective breakdown, so to speak. But what if it isn't a breakdown? What if it's the beginning of something new? I mean, we all know the term PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. When the mind keeps replaying the pain, the feel of being stuck, like you're just stuck in survival mode, unable to move forward. Like the echo of the past hijacking the present. And just labeling that, or giving it a label, where your therapist tells you that, you have PTSD, and you should, they'll give you some sort of prescription to take or something to do or something to get your mind off of things, What if there's another path? A path that very few know. That very little speak of. I reinterpret it. I've learned it. And it's called PTSG. Yeah, with a G. Post-traumatic stress growth. It's when you stop asking how to escape the pain and start learning what the pain came to teach you. That's the difference between PTSD and PTSG. PTSD, like dog, really just chains you down. It freezes you in place. While PTSG frees you. Where you're growing, evolving, unchained, moving, reinterpreting that negative low to a positive high. Strategically, surgically, within yourself, within your mind. Because when you come to think about it, what your thoughts are and what you tell yourself becomes your reality. I used to think healing meant erasing the story, burying it under time, with distractions and routine, convincing myself that if I stayed busy enough, if I smiled enough, if I looked forward enough, the past would eventually let me go. But it never did. Because what I was calling healing was really avoidance dressed up as progress, an illusion. No amount of pretending could rewrite what I refused to feel. No prescription pill could teach me what pain was trying to reveal. No therapist telling me that for me to be free was to cut ties with those who love and care for me most, with those who I love. No therapist could convince me that isolation was peace. Real healing began the day I stopped asking for the pain to leave and started asking what it was trying to show me. That it's not about breaking away from what's broken, not turning from those you love, not avoiding or distracting yourself with quick fixes. No. It's about building through the ashes, rising through the brokenness, and growing. Yes, growing with the people who matter most. That was the shift. The pain wasn't trying to break me. It was trying to wake me. Some of you might be thinking right now, this dude's lost his mind. Nah. I trained my mind to see things more clearer, to view things from different angles, different perspectives. Like every heartbreak, every failure, every loss, they weren't punishing me. They weren't punishments. They were teachers. Strength wearing the mask of suffering. That's when I understood PTSG. Growth isn't what happens after the pain ends. No. Growth is what happens when you stop running from it and start transforming through it. It's not just personal. I mean, for real, look at the world. Everything we thought was stable is shaking. People are fucking tired of numbing themselves with comfort. They're craving something new, something real. That is what collective growth looks like. It's messy, it's raw, uncomfortable, and necessary. We're being asked to wake up, to stop labeling pain as a disease and start treating it as information. To stop medicating what we need to understand. Because pain, when processed, becomes wisdom. And wisdom, when applied, becomes power. That's what PTSG really is. The mind learning to turn wounds into wisdom. Suffering into strength. Confusion into clarity. It's when the story that once broke you becomes the foundation that builds you. That's why people who grow through pain move differently. They don't chase peace. They create it. They don't need control. They become calm itself. PTSG is evolution. It's humanity learning how to turn pain, into purpose. You know, nobody's perfect, and no one will ever be perfect. But with a perfect process, everything will fall into place. It's you realizing the same mind that once fell apart is the same mind that can build something extraordinary. So maybe the question isn't, how do I make the pain stop? Maybe the real question is, how do I make it mean something? How do I reinterpret it? Because when you grow through what you go through, you stop surviving life and start mastering it and thriving through it. That, my friends, that is the power of PTSG. There's so much power in growth in the mind. When you master the mind, you master the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe. Because as we all know it, the universe is always evolving, growing, shifting, adapting. The world isn't ending. It's awakening. So let's fucking grow. Let's evolve. Let's PTSG, baby. One love. Peace.